Ordered this steam cleaner over here because I had a bunch of stubborn grout in my bathrooms, in my kitchen, and just in between countertops that were just not getting away no matter how much I scrubbed and no matter how much product I used. So I really wanted something heavy duty that would work to help me get rid of that. I could use all over my house or even my garage and tougher to reach areas. But I found this one from the brand TVD. It instantly caught my eye because how much things came with the set, and I knew I would find a way to use everything that came with it. It also caught my eye because it's actually on wheels, so you can easily roll it. So if you're gonna be doing something and cleaning and just running around errands around the house and doing certain areas for a longer period of time, you can easily roll it, so you wouldn't have to be doing a lot of heavy lifting. But if you want to carry it, there's a little handle here, so it's easy to pick up. It's actually not that heavy, which is a great bonus, and has very thick cable, so it just feels very durable and like it's gonna be long lasting. But besides the actual steam cleaner, there's a bunch of different things it came with, which is kind of what drew me in. First thing we have is our measuring cup. So if you're going to be mixing some kind of cleaning solution to add in here, you a cup to do that, along with a funnel, which is super helpful. You have a circular attachments, which you can use for no matter what area you use. You have microfiber clothing with user manual in there. You have these type of cups. These paper like for attachment brushes, which you can use for floors and other things like that. And then we have even mitts. So if you're going to be doing kind of dirtier areas or a little bit harder to reach, you can put these on. So keep your hands nice and clean. Then we have these, which you can interconnect to make it longer. And there's different sizes of those. And then we have the largest attachment here, which is kind of like a big brush. And I feel like this is going to be really helpful for you doing larger areas. So you can just tackle it all at once. And last thing you get in here is this pouch, which I'm curious to see what comes inside of here. So let's take a look at that. So inside this pouch, in some room and take a look. We have smaller little that you can place on the attachments, and there's two of them that I see in here. And then we have a bunch of different tiny attachments. So if you're gonna do detailed areas or things like that, we have this one, which is a larger one. We have smaller brushes, like so. And there's a bunch of them with different materials. So you have this one, which is just your standard black one, cleansing brush. And then we have this one, which is very heavy duty and thick and feels kind of coily. So if you're gonna doing maybe ovens or things like that, you could definitely use that for those type of areas. So super helpful that they have that in there. And then we also have this one, these angled ones as well, along with type of brush one. And then a smaller detailed brush that's also circular shape. And then the same material, which you have the larger one, it also gives you a tinier one. So really good for smaller detailed areas, hard to reach. And then we have a few more ones. We have this one. So for finding areas, maybe like windowsills or things like that, you can use this one. And then another small brush. And then we have this one, which is slightly bigger for harder to reach areas and larger. And then we have just clear bands, so you can use them there. But for these, you can easily put this on any of them here. So if you want to put this on here, for example, and just stick that on, you can use it like that. So that's one way you can use these cloths that it comes with. So there's so many different attachments, which is, like I said, one of the main reasons why I picked this, because I wanted to have different attachments I could use for all over my house and just use one kind of heavy duty steam cleaner instead of using different types of gadgets. And this one caught my eye for that reason. So I'm gonna look this up, pick an attachment and try out, and use the area of my house which normally I have a harder time to clean, and we'll see how hard and easy this is gonna be able to tackle that job. So stay tuned for that.